Around the Ozarks in 5, brought to you by Talking Rocks Cavern. Explore the beauty above and below ground at Talking Rocks Cavern. And the Springfield Greene County Park Board, reminding you to go play. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
And good morning once again. Here we are on Wednesday, making our way through the week, and we're going to begin with let's begin with news.
All right. More and more Missouri schools are moving to 4-day school weeks instead of 5. Education officials say 161 Missouri schools will start this year going 4 days. Leaders say the change helps tremendously with recruiting and retaining teachers, which have been in short supply, as we've been telling you. 31% of all districts are now 4 days. So many so that state lawmakers say that they will likely revisit the issue and potentially grandfather in the districts that already have done this, or require other districts to get voter approval if they have not yet done this and they're of a certain size. At this point, Independence is still the largest district in the state with the 4-day school week.
Interesting. I'd be interested to know what parents think about that, because haven't they done studies in Springfield to ask about that? Maybe not, but I feel like we used to cover that.
Yeah, I think was that it? No, that was the survey that they did was for the extended Thanksgiving break or Christmas break, like which one? Because Springfield said Thanksgiving, and I was surprised by that. But I guess a lot of people travel, obviously, for Thanksgiving, and for Christmas too, but apparently more so Thanksgiving.
With the 4-day thing, I'd just be curious to see what parents think. Maybe parents love it in those other districts. I don't know.
Yeah, certainly teachers do. I mean, it's been very helpful in those districts, and I don't blame them. I mean, if you can, because Missouri has a required number of hours that you have to be in class. So if you can spread those over 4 days instead of 5 days, you remember that, right? In the newsroom, whenever other newsrooms were doing that for a while. It was
Yeah. Well, I get to do that now. I have half day Friday. Typically, most Fridays are half days because we work longer days during the week.
Yeah.
So that it all comes out to 40 hours.
Interesting. All right. The Missouri Division of Cannabis Regulation for marijuana products is recalling thousands of items. More than 60,000 products sold to dispensaries and manufacturers may not have been properly tested. The testing system ensures the product comes from marijuana grown in Missouri, or that the product passed required testing before it's sold. The recalled products include a variety of edibles, vape cartridges, and pre-roll marijuana flower products. No adverse effects have been reported.
The things we're reporting on now are crazy. 2 moms from Lebanon got into trouble with the Missouri State Supreme Court. Both are going to spend jail time as a result now. One mom got 7 days, the other 15. Too many school absences for their kids is the issue. Authorities say one of the woman's children missed 14 days, one child. Another woman's child missed 15 days, which is too many under the law. The state requires that students maintain at least a 90% attendance rate. Wow. Okay. Out with the old, in with the new. Just days before school starts back, Springfield Public Schools has replaced Glendale High School football coach. Mike Mock has been removed. No word on why, whether it was a firing or a resignation, don't know. For now, Joel Heyman will move into the interim football coach role there, while Glendale looks for a permanent replacement for the head coach.
All right. First, it was the drinking water system, and now the sewer system. Branson West is getting some grant money to study whether its wastewater system needs to be upgraded. The DNR is giving the city $50,000 to figure out how to improve the system and get it up to speed to be able to get a state permit for it. All right, if you or a loved one need to stay near the medical mile, of course, by the hospitals in Springfield, your options are about to get a little bit sweeter. Elliott Lodging is renovating the old Arbor Suites Medical Mile Motel with a facelift of sorts. The motel on East Independence will also be rebranded into the Bradford Hotel moniker. It should have a nicer and more updated feel. It'll remain open during the renovation work.
Okay. We've told you about this a little bit before. You've heard us talk about this. Sports complexes in Springfield are getting more competitive and getting nicer. There's the new nice sports town out by the airport. You know that. You've probably seen it as you've driven by. Now it looks like Cooper Sports and Sports Complex will also very likely get a $27 million facelift. That's with the turf fields that we've talked about. The biggest majority of that is coming from, wait for it, COVID money. Yes, $13 million from the federal COVID money, American Rescue Plan. City Council is expected to vote to accept that money on Monday. And if they do, which they are expected to do, Springfield Convention and Visitors Bureau will also give $631,000 to the cause, as well as a $5 million appropriation from the city's general fund. The upgrade could be a big boost for Springfield as the city works to retain competitive sports in the sports market. And we know how competitive that is because we traveled to St. Louis and to Kansas City for a lot of soccer. And
That's right.
they have nice places to play soccer there. And now Springfield is getting nicer places. Sportstown is nice. And once the Cooper and Killian, I think, get the turf fields, there'll be something as well.
Yes. All right. This is interesting, at least for some TV folks, and maybe you too, hopefully. It looks like fewer people are watching broadcast and cable TV, like over the air and cable TV, and instead they are streaming their favorite shows, which really is no surprise. But now we have numbers to back it up. YouTube TV, Netflix, Hulu are becoming increasingly popular. And for the first time ever, this is what's interesting. July ratings show that broadcast viewership made up only 20% of TV viewing, and cable was also very low. That means streaming services saw a record almost 39% of all TV watching.
Yeah, I'm interested by this. It doesn't hit me the way that it hit me at first because now as I'm looking more into it, YouTube TV that's what we have, and it has broadcast networks. So it's a streaming service, but you can still watch ABC, CBS,
Right.
NBC.
And that's how we're watching it. I mean, but and it shouldn't really be a surprise because we've known that it's trending that way for a long time. But you do recognize that if someone is going to stream KY3 News, then the next show might not be Wheel of Fortune forever, or the prior show might not be Jeopardy, for instance. Like, because eventually, right now, YouTube TV is networks, but eventually it's going to be shows.
Okay, well that may be true, but I'm just trying to understand what July ratings show broadcast viewership made up only 20% of viewing.
Well, because Nielsen
That's a
ratings.
I know, but
I
that's
mean,
a
they ask
different
where you
animal.
watch it, how do you get it, et cetera, et cetera.
That's a different animal than talking about YouTube people streaming to get it doesn't the broadcast networks don't really care how you get them as long as you get them. So 20% is what's watching broadcast. Is that what that is?
Right. And cable. Yeah.
Okay. So the point of this is that broadcast viewership is declining and streaming services are growing.
Right.
Because they're not mutually exclusive because you
Right.
can get broadcast on Hulu and on YouTube TV and probably other places.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was just curious.
Interesting. All right. Here is a fun one for you because I know you are a Chick-fil-A lover. You also feel like you developed a sandwich for Chick-fil-A single-handedly. He's convinced of it, folks. True
I
story.
did invent that. Now it's on the menu.
Now it's on the menu. By the way, it is the spicy chicken biscuit, because he used to order the spicy chicken biscuit for breakfast and they would say, "Oh, we don't have a spicy chicken biscuit. We just have
Right.
a chicken biscuit." And Ethan would always go, "Well, you should have one because if you had one, I would order it right now." Like,
Well, then
and now they have it.
but then, yeah, but you know what I did? I outsmarted him. I waited until like 10:29. I ordered I ordered at 10 right at 10:30. I would order the spicy chicken sandwich and then say, "Oh, and by the way, throw it on one of the biscuits that you have sitting back there for breakfast that ended a minute ago." And they were like, "All right."
Yeah.
I invented the spicy chicken biscuit.
And
at
by the way, I
Chick-fil-A.
love that they threw it on the biscuit that they had sitting there from breakfast that happened 1 minute ago, because sometimes people follow the rules to a fault in my mind, at least in my mind.
Can't have it.
This
Yeah,
is
you
not
can't
the
have
law
that
of the
biscuit.
land, people. This is the law of Chick-fil-A. And they're like,
No.
you know what? My pleasure. My pleasure. I will certainly
No.
do that for
Yeah,
you, sir.
it was totally their pleasure to put that
Yeah.
chicken on
And
that biscuit.
and now it is on the menu, and Ethan feels like he contributed to this like item. It's all
You're
him.
welcome, public. You're welcome, eating public.
Anywho, okay, now the story for today. They are coming up with a new sandwich that will hit the menu on August 28th. It's already been tested and apparently is becoming a fan favorite among the taste testers. It is the original chicken sandwich, or the original piece of chicken, like filet, with pimento cheese and pickled jalapenos. I'll give that a try.
That's interesting. What's the honey? There's a honey pepper in there. What's the honey?
Yeah, it's called the honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich.
So it's sweet and spicy?
I mean, I don't know. Like the description says that it's like the fillet of chicken that you expect, plus the pimento cheese and pickled jalapenos. But the title of it is honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich. So I don't know if the honey is just like a hint of flavor. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna have to find
All right.
out on
Well, I
August
have to give it a
28th.
try. I'm willing to give it a try. I'm willing to give it,
I'm
although
excited about it.
I do hate to do anything other than my spicy chicken sandwich or biscuit, depending on the time of day.
Right. Right. All right. Well,
That'll
there
do it.
you are, folks.
That's the news for the day. There'll be
There
more
you go.
happening later today that we'll tell you about tomorrow morning. It never fails.
Yeah. And by the way, it's our daughter's birthday, just in case she watches.
We have a 12-year-old now.
I mean, technically not quite yet at this hour, but it's coming today. Later today, she'll
Very
be
close.
12.
Yeah,
There
in
you
her
go.
mind, she's already there. Yep. We have
Right.
14, 12, and 10 now. That's crazy
Kinda
how old
wild.
they're getting, how quickly.
Whew.
All right. Happy birthday,
right.
Ainsley Jane. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you being with us on the podcast. Share it with your friends, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right. Bye-bye.